Hello everybody and welcome to the third episode of my Quest for Neater campaign. So, just have a little thing or announcement to make. I ended up destroying a bit too much of Deepwater Guard as I got a bit too... I forgot that I was doing this for a recording, so then I ended up forgetting about that and conquering too much territory. Sorry about the little pause there, but...
Receiving.
So yeah, I've also built a Pluto destroyer, which is a
Moving now.
it's an early game ship, but has a decent amount of firepower, or quite a bit, so it can easily challenge Deepwater Guard ships and win. It was also meant as in my non-recorded campaign, I was fighting against the Twin Guard, and I needed a missile destroyer since their designs are fast.
Receiving.
Looks like the first fight of the day is going to be a smoker, but before that, my goals today are to kill the Deepwater Guard, maybe build up our navy a bit more, and maybe also engage the watch. I'm not sure about engaging the watch. Definitely build up our navy. So yeah, enjoy the fight with a smoker.
Receiving.
Well, that was an easy fight, which was pretty expected. So now I'm going to conquer a bit more territory, then I'll see you when the next fight happens, or which might be against the Deepwater Guard's headquarters. Well, looks like the next fight is against the Patrick and then the Davy Jones outpost, which is the headquarters of Deepwater Guard. So once they're done, we'll be able to face the Onyx Watch, which will probably be a lot funner due to the Onyx Watch having step-up difficulty designs, although they're still not that hard. So anyway, enough of me rambling. Let's begin this battle. Well, now that the patchwork is destroyed, I will capture this tile and then destroy the Davy Jones outpost. And then we can use some of the resources to build up our navy and eventually engage the watch, which we will probably will do in this episode. I just finished capturing this tile. It looks like a patchwork is defending it. A patchwork's not really that big of a threat. So let's engage the outpost and hope we win.
Receiving. Receiving. Engaging now. Receiving. Receiving. Engaging now.
Sorry for the lag there. I'm not oh. So the Deepwater Guard outpost is despawning, but due to the large size, it causes a lag spike. I don't quite know the exact reason, but it does cause a lag spike, so I apologize for that. Let's get on with this battle.
Receiving. Engaging now.
Well, this is the end of the Deepwater Guard because now they can't produce any more units. They still have a few outposts, but they can't produce any more units, so any loss the Deepwater
Receiving.
Guard takes now is permanent. So yeah, with this, I'm gonna start building up my navy, building new outposts, and capturing more territory.
Moving now. Moving now. Moving now.
Then I'll see you in a bit when we engage the watch, or if I have something to say. Construct an
Receiving.
outpost on the
Moving
sandbanks.
now.
This will give me quite a bit of resources, and not a very long time, although it doesn't have a whole lot of reserve left. But this outpost will be vital in building up my fleet.
Receiving.
I'm also engaging a fishing hole up here just
Receiving.
to destroy some more of the Deepwater Guard property.
Receiving. Receiving.
Now that that is
Receiving.
gone, I may eventually attack these two. Sinners outpost in the fishing village, but not right now. So now that I've developed my navy, what I've done is I've constructed an Atlas heavy cruiser to form the first fleet. Then I built another submarine to form the first submarine fleet. And I also built a new dry dock. I still have a bit of resources here, and I also have a bit here. My plan is, as going along the war, I'll eventually build more ships with the war with the Onyx Watch. But now I'll commit to the first strike. Now that we've
Receiving.
declared war, I'll
Moving
move
now.
the first fleet to attack this furnace.
Moving now.
Then move
Receiving.
the first
Moving
submarine
now.
fleet
Moving
to
now.
attack this, and they'll probably attack this and then capture some more
Listening.
territory.
Moving out.
So now will be
Receiving.
the first battle with the Onyx Watch.
Moving now. Moving now. Receiving. Receiving.
Now that we've won the first battle with the Watch, I'll now move the first
Moving
fleet
now.
to attack another a oil refinery platform, further limiting the Onyx Watch production of ships. I may also attack some of their transports, which will help disrupt their production of units as
Receiving.
well.
Receiving. Receiving.
I beat this, I'll attack this Conestoga and then attack the spear, which will disrupt some of their trade, or their transportation of resources.
Receiving. Receiving. Receiving.
Looks like we have our first batch of military Onyx Watch units.
Receiving. Moving now.
So, but the first submarine will attack this plateau collection team, and that may be the,
Receiving.
and this will essentially
Receiving.
very heavily, with my strikes, this will hurt the Onyx Watch's economy quite a bit due to the fact I took out 3 resource outposts and a Conestoga, and eventually a spear. Let's get on with this fight. update. My submarines ran out of materials, but I honestly really don't feel like losing them, so I think I'm just gonna capture the furnace. I thought I did have enough materials, but whatever. Well, apparently the Onyx Watch has a rather large horde. I also captured the furnace. Well, I also ended up summoning quite a bit of Onyx Watch units, so
Receiving.
I ended up being not as good of a fight as I hoped. But if we win it, we will have a major victory.
Receiving. Engaging now. Receiving. Engaging now. Receiving. Engaging now. Receiving. Receiving. Engaging now. Receiving. Engaging now. Receiving. Engaging now. now. Receiving. Receiving. Engaging now. Receiving. Engaging now. Receiving. Engaging now.
Well, this is really unfortunate, but I lost to a spear because they were running away. My guns were out of range, my Atlas had capsized, and both ships lost their rudders. In my opinion, this is why there should really be a range limit on how far the enemy can go before they start despawning, because it really shouldn't be happening. So this is the end of this episode, and hope you enjoyed.